I mean, that's like the $64,000 question, right? To deregulate, you need to write regulations to deregulate. It's the exact same process. You need to issue the proposal, review comments, write the final rule, the preamble, write the final reg text, go through that whole cycle, whether it's, increasing burden, decreasing burden, changing course, it's the same process. Obviously the CFPB had a very, there are nuances obviously that are different, but in general, you have to go through the same procedures. And, the CFPB obviously issued a very ambitious, unified agenda that just came out this fall. It was written this spring, came out this fall, and just last week issued two proposed rules, one on 1071, small business lending rule, the other on Reg B, most notably focused on disparate impact, also discouragement and dealing with special purpose credit programs, two fairly significant rulemakings. By my sort of back of the napkin calculations, the Office of Regulation staff is down by at least half, if not more. That's attorneys who have been leaving, including managers. I think, 4 or 5 of the 8 or 9 managers have left. So that's a significant departure. The staff who are still there are, they're doing the job. I bump into them from time to time. They report being very busy. Otherwise they don't reveal much. They're keeping it close to the vest, as they should. It's just too bad for me. I would love a little more insight there. But they're busy.
Maybe some cocktails. Maybe you go out for drinks, Alexa.
I know. I need to, work on my approach perhaps.
And there's been some press reports that Russ Vought is using OMB employees to do some CFP work. I don't know if you guys know anything about that or.
I mean, I know there are some OMB employees detailed to the agency. Some are in the higher levels, kind of like essentially, serving as, it seems to me at least, advisors to him. I'm not sure the extent to which, I left the Bureau in August. I'm not sure the extent to which OMB employees were involved in drafting any of these NPRMs, to the extent they were at all. My experience over the spring and summer is that the OMB employees weren't involved in actual, drafting, policy development, but they were kind of acting as advisors to Russ Vought. Maybe with, the continued decrease in staff numbers, maybe they've become more involved. I'm not sure, unfortunately. I don't have insight there, but I do wonder about their ability to move forward with this, ambitious agenda